Welcome to the Art of Vibrancy podcast. It's a place where inspired experts distill their brilliance down into simple, practical advice that you can use right away. It's 8 minutes, it's 4 questions, and it's one practical piece of advice that you can put into use today. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Art of Vibrancy podcast. Today we've got a wonderful guest who's worked on the White House lawn for how many years running, Leah?
Eight
years running during the Obama administration. Anyway, I'll tell you a bit more about her in a minute. Leah, how are you today and where are you from? Where are you speaking from?
I'm well. Thank you so much, Rob. I'm from Austin, Texas, and it's sunny and beautiful out today. Grateful to be here.
Sunny and beautiful, because it wasn't a week or so ago, was it? The opposite.
No, last week we were covered in snow and ice. So we've had a 70-degree swing in just a week. Isn't
that just amazing? The weather. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's the world reminding us that we need to watch out, I think.
Yes, climate change is real.
Yeah, we've just had a conversation before we started about that. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll tell our audience a little bit about you, Leah, and then we'll get on with the interview, the recording. Here we go. So Leah is an author. Her book is called Power Yoga, Strength, Sweat and Spirit. She's a yoga teacher, a holistic health coach, and founder of Leah Cullis Yoga and Wellness. Leah says, I synthesize the ancient practices and principles of yoga, wellness, and other wisdom traditions and make them accessible and relevant for life today. She says, I believe that yoga is an opportunity to align your body, breath, and thoughts with your highest intentions. In my yoga classes, I blend the beauty of strength, surrender, and celebration. I think that is so beautiful, Leah. It's so nice. So let's crack on with this. As you know, it's 4 questions in 8 minutes, and I've got a little timer to keep us on track. So I'll start the timer, and then we're off to the races. Here we go. So, Leah, what, in your experience, is the biggest problem that people face as they age with regard to staying healthy, well, and positive? So they want to change, but what are the roadblocks that they tend to put in their own way?
Well, the biggest thing that I see is doing the same things or using the same approach that worked before and not getting the same results now. So when we change, when we age, when our life circumstances evolve, grow, we have to evolve and grow with life. Yeah. So for instance, I have 2 small children, and I have been pregnant and nursing for 4 years now. And so my yoga practice 10 years ago or 15 years ago is totally different than how it is today. And if I were trying to do a lot of handstands over and over again the way I once did, that just wouldn't work for my life today because I'm carrying babies. And so the wear and tear on my wrist doesn't actually serve my life. So I think it's really important to look at what are our needs right now? What are we trying to achieve? And most importantly, how do we want to feel? And then align our habits, our rituals, our modalities that we use for self-care and strengthening and evolve and adapt to make it work for us today.
Right. I get you. So as we age, we need to think about how we are in the moment, at the time of our life that we're in, and adapt how we act and the sort of exercises we're going to do and that sort of thing.
Right. And rituals overall, right? Like mindset is so important right now. So absolutely. Even though our approach to even what we eat, our practice of eating and food, that needs to adapt and align with how we want to feel now and also our unique needs. I really borrow a lot from Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga.
Yes.
And so looking at seasonally and what season of our own lives that we're in, and then creating our daily practices so that we can feel more full and more healthy.
Right. That's wonderful. Yes. Love that. So question number 2, what are the common mistakes and misconceptions that people have about solving that problem, that they're not accepting how they've changed?
Well, I think that common roadblock is that there is one way for me, right? So that's just limiting overall. And then 2, that we don't have access or the resources. We just talked about how incredible and connected this time is in these last 11 months. There is so much information right at our fingertips. So there's so much free information that we can start to access and find a new way that can work for us now. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. There's
So
information
we have to do our own research.
So the misconceptions, the mistakes are people don't realize that. They don't realize that they can access this other information.
And that they think that there is only one way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like, for instance,
that's what you said,
my husband he's a former college football player. When we first started dating, he was still doing his college football workouts. I'm like, oh buddy, this isn't working anymore. And so how can he merge everything that's happened before with how he wants to feel now and find all the information that's available to help meet his needs now, right?
Yeah.
We don't have to be stuck in the way that we've found success in the past.
No, that's perfect. We don't have to be stuck in the way we found success in the past. So being aware of how we are now and adapting to it.
Yes.
I could
and then
talk.
Bridging the gap.
Bridging the gap. I've just had a conversation today. Anyway, we haven't got time to go into that. We've got 3.5 minutes left. We've done the main part. So question number 3. What is the number 1 tip you could give our audience to help them today? So a tangible, specific action they could implement, like after this podcast now, what could they do?
Yeah. Okay. So number 1, drink a big glass of water when you first get up. Okay. That's really, really simple and easy. And we all kind of know that, but do it. But here is where I found the most success. In the moments when I first wake up, or you can do it, close your eyes at any point in the day. Close your eyes and list off everything that you're grateful for. So take a moment to just reflect on what is going well, what is blessed, what is right in your life right now. And when you put your attention on what's working, you start to move in that direction overall. So adding in some sort of simple gratitude practice. I do it when my eyes are still closed, when I'm aware that I'm awake, but my feet haven't hit the floor yet. I ground myself in, and I affirm what is in my heart and what is the highest possibility. I look for what is good, what is light, what is going well.
Brilliant. What a great way to start the day. I love that. Yeah. Such good information, this. Thank you, Leah. And the final question.
Thank you.
The final question is, what free resource would you like to share with our audience?
I have a free 30-minute yoga practice that is available on my YouTube page, or you can find it in the bio on my Instagram page. And it's a 30-minute flow that's accessible for anyone. I go through a lot of adaptations of how to either intensify your practice or to modify it. As I shared earlier, my approach in everything with fitness and wellness in yoga is you've got to make it your own, right? Everything is adaptable. So there's your own practice within the greater practice.
Right.
And you can find that in that 30-minute practice.
And so just say the name of your YouTube channel.
It's Leah Cullis, Yoga and Wellness. And then my Instagram handle is just Leah Cullis. And the link to that is in my bio. Perfect.
I'll put all these links underneath this podcast, so when people see this, they can get these links. If they go to your website, can they access the 30-minute yoga?
Yes. I believe it is under offerings. It's a 30-minute flow. And on my YouTube page too, I have a bunch of different lengths of practices as well, and meditations too.
Right. Oh, well, that's great. Well, I urge our audience, I urge you to go and look Leah up, because I think you really are at the top of your game with this, with yoga, and you're helping so many people. How many people on the lawn at the White House?
At least 30,000 for all of those 8 years.
Isn't that crazy?
And we were sharing, and with families and children, and then it ripples out. Right?
That's absolutely wonderful. 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
Talk about timing. Well done, Leah. Absolutely perfect. So I'd just like to say thank you so much, and get in touch with Leah, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye, Leah. Bye.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much. Be well.
Thanks for checking out the Art of Vibrancy podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes, subscribe, rate us, and leave a review, and I'll love you forever. And if you'd like to try my energy boosting, inflammation busting, brain and body food breakfast, head over to www.breakfastofbrilliance.com and download the recipe today. See you soon. Bye.